Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Win with Dej. And as Nikki would say, we're going to get into some things. Tonight because it is currently 10:14 p.m. as I'm recording this. So we're going to get into some things tonight. But before we get into those things, your bitch has been back at her notepad. Yeah. And I wrote y'all a little poem. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for y'all right now. And then I'll be right back. Is it wrong that I want more for you? I'm sorry. I meant more for us. I'm sorry that requires me working long nights too. I just be hoping that you don't get blinded by lust. Sometimes I just sit in my room and think, I hope that whatever man comes to find me realize that the key words are, I want you here. You are never a mess. INDEPENDENT. Obvious as can be. I think that my favorite question in dating is, what do I bring to the table? Because I love to say the same thing as you. I might even tell a little joke with some seriousness into it and say, don't bring no punches to the table because we'll both walk away bruised. I just want more for you. I'm sorry I'm in us. I realize every investment I make is not always going to be financially. Sometimes I'm going to have to bring you trust. And you got to do the same for me. If not, please stop thinking about them fairy tales and just set a bitch free. Okay, I am back. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm kind of trying to snap into my spoken word, like soft girl poetess era, and I know I'm far from being there, but that was kind of like my introduction and my start. So like, I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed writing it to show y'all. I was very excited. I'm very excited for this episode to drop. But just snapping into what this episode is about, I want to talk about gender roles because I feel like it's very important, and nobody's really talking about how within the past few decades, 2 or so decades that I've been alive, nobody's really talking about how much the gender roles have shifted. And we're not talking about why they're kind of shifting. And I feel like the way society looks at roles and positions for these romantic relationships and shit, it's completely outrageous. And I've debated with my brother for a little bit, and I've gathered a few opinions from the others around me, and I just feel like this is a topic that we really need to tap in on and discuss, because I want to know everybody's outlooks and opinions on this. And first and foremost, I just want to say that I know about 99-ish, maybe to like 98% if people, well, not people, well, let's just target the women, are going to disagree with this statement that I'm about to make. But I'm 100% okay with y'all disagreeing with me, because everybody hasn't sat and rationally thought about it the way that I've thought about it. So I just feel like us as women put way too much financial stress on men. It's like nowadays when you fuck with a nigga, he your boyfriend, and y'all together, we want rent paid, we want bills paid, some want their car note paid, some expect gas always in their car, they want their hair done, they want their nails done, they want gifts, they want to be taken out on nice ass dates. And it's just like, at this point, it's like we're looking at these men as walking banks and walking opportunities. We're not looking at them for who the fuck they actually are. And we're also not looking at the cost of living in America today. Like, let's be fucking for real. A 2-bedroom apartment is $1,000 and up. Like, what do we expect from these men who are working the same jobs that we are working? And we looking at it like, let's be real, we're expecting them to do it because we can't do it by ourselves. But then we look at these niggas and we like, even though I'm in the warehouse and you're in the warehouse, you should be doing all of this. And I should be able to do whatever the fuck I please with my money because I'm a woman. And I have a coochie that I sit on. Don't get me wrong, I am 100% aware that I sit on a gold mine every motherfucking day. But it's growth as a woman. We have to age with the times, not the times age with us. And like a lot of the times, we're expecting motherfucking 60s and 70s treatment from niggas in the motherfucking 2023 heading into 2024. Make that shit make sense. We struggling paying shit by ourselves, but we looking at these niggas and they working the same jobs as us. And in return, what exactly do we do? Because a lot of the women in my generation can't even cook. And this podcast isn't even to bash women. It's not. But it's time for women to start taking accountability for what we actually do bring to the table. We want a man to go work and do all this shit every day and he come home and we can't even feed these niggas because we don't even know how to fuck to cook. We got to feed these niggas basic ass meals every night or he gonna have to order some food out that he gonna have to pay for the both of us. That's kind of outrageous to me. That's definitely outrageous to me. I just believe nowadays relationships should be 50-50. I believe in put in the pot what you want to receive out the pot. If I'm putting this shit and I'm cooking this shit up in this pot and I'm eating, I want to be able to, get the same thing. Like, I want him to be able to put in the pot what I could put in the pot and we eating the same shit. Like, I don't want to stress a man out with this and that and this and that and this and that and the whole entire time. What's my stress? Oh, I got to get a couple outfits or whatever the fuck. Oh, I got to pay for these. Like, I don't think that shit's fair. At the end of the day, women preached years and years and years and years ago for fair equality, but we're not being equal. We're not being equals right now. We're still wanting to be treated as if we didn't fight for equality at home, but we want equality in the work field. We want to make as much money as the men are making, but we want the man to still pay for all of the bills. Make that make sense. That does not make sense and that is not fair. And I'm not saying that women aren't the only problem. We have a lot of men out here that's looking for opportunities. We have a lot of men out here that don't want a bitch if she can't do this and this and this and that, and he don't even got shit going on. We're not talking about those people right now. This motherfucking podcast is simply to address the women that are stingy as fucking selfish. I feel like a lot of women in the world is that. A lot of women make motherfucking more money than the nigga that they fucking with, but want that nigga to do everything under the sun for them, just so that they can have motherfucking Marc Jacobs purses and Birkins. That shit's not fucking fair. I just don't agree with that. And I just feel like this episode is to address opportunists. Whether you are a man or you are a woman, it doesn't matter. There's opportunist ass women out here in these streets, and there's opportunist ass men out here in these streets. And this motherfucking podcast is to address them. This episode is to address that. Some of these motherfucking listeners are going to listen to this podcast and feel like, oh, this doesn't resonate with me. Oh, no. And that's cool and that's fine. It doesn't have to resonate with you, but you might not realize it later on in life. It might resonate with you when a motherfucker is fucking with you and claim they love you, all this and that, but you sitting up there and you going out of your way and you doing all this, that, and for them, and you ain't getting nothing back in return. You going to think back to this motherfucking episode and realize, damn, Dej told me about these opportunities back in 2023, and I sure the fuck did. I just feel like sometimes, most of the time, shit works better when you in a 2 motherfucking income household and y'all work together. And whatever program work for you is whatever program work for you. I'm not sitting up there and telling you, oh, you got to go 50-50 on everything. It might be, oh, he paid the rent, you pay the bills. Or, oh, he paid the rent and the bills and you provide the house with groceries. It might be, whatever works best for y'all's finances and y'all's dynamic and y'all's household. But at the end of the day, sitting up here being a grown-ass woman with a grown-ass nigga seeing how motherfucking the economy is going today and looking at this man to sit up here and pay everything, it's absolutely outrageous. And somebody, a woman out here, got to be the first motherfucker to say this and that and the third. Because don't get me wrong, I like Sexy Red and I like a lot of the music and I like a lot of the shit that they're doing today, and I also do promote it. But I'm also a grounded ass woman, and I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna tell you what's right from wrong. Just because I listen to certain shit and we act certain ways and we do certain things does not always portray you to be that one person. And I feel like society and the world is pushing this motherfucking agenda with these female rappers today in this day and age. And it's making all of us black women look a certain way. Just because we like music and we like to dress a certain way and we like to do certain things, does that make us that thing? I'm a woman at the end of the day. I'm a blast Sexy Red in your motherfucking face, and I'm going to do anything else that I want to do, and I'm going to dress however I want to dress. But at the end of the day, I understand how the fuck it is to live in today's society. Please stop basing shit based upon what y'all see on the internet and what they feeding into the internet, because right now they're not paying black women to look good. They're not making us look good, and we not making us look good when we sit up here and we feeding into this bait and we treating these men like that, and they sitting up here looking like, oh, this bitch is exactly what the fuck I thought this bitch was, but she was listening to this, and just all that kind of shit. Like, we have to learn how to navigate the two, like how these white folks do. That's one thing my brother always preaches to me, about how white folks can listen to the music and do all this, that, and the third, and go out and spend plenty of money and have a good ass time, but still go home to they no worry lives. But us as black folks, we can't do that. We have to let the music influence us and this, that. And I feel like the music has influenced a lot of shit. So I'm just trying to be an advocate for the black women that know how to do what we're here to do. We know how to listen to the music. We know how to look a certain way. We know how to do it all, because at the end of the day, being a black woman is being magic. We know how to do everything. Don't get it mistaken because we look in a certain way and we dress in a certain way. Don't get me wrong. A lot of these women is exactly what you see and what you do, but you got to navigate the difference between the two just based upon how a bitch approach you and what a bitch is talking about. I'm a bitch. I talk about real shit and knowledge, and I feel like a lot of people get blinded by how I act because I'm very dingy and I'm very goofy and I'm very out there and outgoing, and I feel like that takes away from my knowledge and how I'm viewed as a grown-ass woman in America, a grown-ass black woman in America at that. Like, please don't motherfucking mistake one thing for another. It's more of the story than just what I'm trying to say. And to the people that sit up here and they nag these men about having X, Y, and Z, find your fucking life. If you couldn't bring that shit to the motherfucking table, then don't be looking at the next nigga to bring that shit to the motherfucking table. Stop asking people to do for you what you shall not be able to do for yourself. In the name of the Day's Chronicles, amen. And I'm about to end that segment on that. I want to snap into me talking about my subscriptions and my emails and all this, that, and the third. So as of right now, Google is on some weirdo shit, and they've disabled my podcast email. So at the moment, if you've been emailing the podcast, I don't know if y'all have or if y'all haven't. I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to get into that email. I just got a notice today that it's going to be up for deletion in a couple months. So I guess they're deleting my podcast email. So I'm going to be making a new email. And on the next episode, I'll drop that email in the episode description. And I'll also say what the email is so that y'all can email me topics or just advice or anything that y'all want to hear, want me to talk about, or want me to address. And also, I do have my exclusive episode descriptions that y'all can just subscribe to. Sorry, got a little tongue tied. That y'all can subscribe to. It's like exclusive stuff. Like, I know like a lot of people want video podcasts. A lot of people want to see the face behind the podcast. A lot of people want exclusive poetry, like exclusive advice or things that you might not want the whole world to hear, that you just kind of want to be exclusive between you and the small other fan base that decides that they want to invest in a bitch. I do have all of that, but I don't want y'all to get mistaken for it. Y'all will still get this podcast regularly streaming on whatever streaming device that you decide to listen to me on for free. It's just the exclusive is just a little bit more into it. You'll be able to video podcast with me I'll have more video episodes. You'll be able to see me and talk to you and just kind of feel like I'm more with you, like a FaceTime kind of thing when we talk about certain episodes and exclusive poetry that I'll write specifically for you and your episodes. And it's just a lot of good things that I have going on with the subscriptions and stuff like that. So I'll make sure y'all tap into that once I get that up and running, because like it's a couple people that's tried to subscribe and they said they had a problem. So I'm going to tap in and see exactly what that problem is, and I'll get back with y'all on that once I get everything up and running. And of course, before I end this episode, I have to encourage y'all to go to Instagram and shop with the lovely platform that's been supporting me along the way. That is Nip Slipped and Sincerely Sally Boutique. I'm drained tonight. And I'll put their promo codes in my episode description as I always do. But until next time, mwah.